What's good, everybody? We're doing a Naruto reaction video today. Let's fucking get it, yeah. And you guys already know, as before, as I said a while ago in the last Naruto reaction that you guys saw a while ago when I introduced the whole pass or trash type of videos that we're gonna be doing whenever we do a reaction to Naruto or anything Naruto related. So yeah, again, we'll see what happens. But this video is called Naruto Pain's Philosophy. So this is actually going to be a really banger video because one of the most beautiful things about Naruto that a lot of people forget. Yeah, okay, I just want to make sure if I knew his name. But one of the most beautiful things about Naruto is not just the action, the fighting, the characters, and all that stuff, whatever, in the writing. It's the philosophy and the morality impacts that the show has and how even relatable it is even to our real world, whether if it's the cycle of hatred, Pain's philosophy, you know what I mean, which obviously has correlation to what I just said. Then you have Obito, then you have Itachi, you have Sasuke, you have Kakashi's lifestyle. You have all these incredible philosophy or morality or characters that go under a certain illustration of a certain course of morality or philosophy. And it's just, that's what makes Naruto so fucking special. There's just so much more to it. It's not just the traditional bullshit where it's just fighting or this or typical anime or manga, what it would normally consist of, you know? And that's what I feel like what makes Naruto Naruto. That's the beauty of it. It's a mixture of so many complexities and so many great variables that it just like substantiates on. That's what just makes it so incredible, you know? But we're going to be getting into one of the concepts and impacts of Naruto, which is Pain's philosophy. And this is by, just to make sure if I even saw it right as well. Yeah, this is by Sage Rain. He's the content creator. If you guys want to see him and check it out, definitely check it out. Check out all his content. He has incredible content from what I've heard. You know, and just give him all love and support. And even if, like, for someone out there that you may not fuck with him, whatever, either way, give the guy love and support, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You know, you just support these people, man, you know? But we're going to be getting into this video, and I'll make sure to put his name in the link description down below or in the title of the video, as I always do. But let's get in the video. Let's do it.
This world shall know pain.
Okay.
Almighty push.
To learn about Pain's philosophy, first
I fuck with that intro. I actually like that.
we must look at Pain's backstory to understand why his reasoning is the way
Bro, this man got a deep-ass voice. I'm not trying to be mean, but holy shit.
it is, and what influenced his mind and his actions. Pain was not always known as Pain, but as Nagato. Nagato was born in the village hidden in the rain during the Second Shinobi War. As a child, Madara Uchiha implanted the Rinnegan into Nagato's eyes. The Rinnegan's abilities only emerged out of self-defense after his parents were murdered in front of his eyes by two Konoha shinobi. The timid Nagato was forced to leave his home in search for food and shelter. Nagato ended up making friends and grew up alongside them, as Yahiko and Konan became his best friends. And his
So far, he's spitting facts, and spoiler alert, you know. But Nagato went through a lot of crazy shit. He had a very traumatic background and went through some crazy ass shit, dude.
family. The trio were eager to learn ninjutsu, but also to find food. It was later on they came across the three Seinen of the Leaf, where Jiraiya would engage them. After Jiraiya discovered Nagato's powerful eyes, he decided to train the three in ninjutsu, seeing the potential of Nagato as the Sage of Six Paths, or the possible reincarnation. The three later went on to form
Naruto
Akatsuki,
Jesus, by the way,
with a goal to bring peace and end war. They amassed many members and followers, as the Rain was a land of suffering. Every single ninja war used the Rain's location, which was in the middle of the Land of Fire, as a battleground. Countless people and land were constantly being ravaged. The Akatsuki's goal generated hope for these individuals. But this success would not last very long, as they were now in the Third Shinobi War. Hanzo of the Salamander was no longer interested in peace, but now preserving his power. And so alongside Danzo's Anbu, he ambushed the three friends, threatening to kill Konan if Nagato did not kill Yahiko. Yahiko ended up taking his own life at the hands of Nagato's kunai, encouraging the Rinnegan user to change the world as he wanted to. This enraged Nagato, as he retrieved Conan from their clutches, but
I
he
like
was
the music
immobilized
in the background.
process. Through the death of his best friend and a realization of the world, Nagato's philosophy was born, and thus the 6 paths of pain were also born, using Yahiko's body and the bodies of Jiraiya's former enemies. Pain believed that achieving peace through friendship and uniting individuals was a naive and brash way of looking at achieving peace, imprudent even. Pain believed the world was in a never-ending cycle of hatred and death, and that the only way to achieve true peace was through the experience of war.
And it was.
Essentially by knowing pain. By virtue of this, he set out a new plan. Pain, with the help of the new members of the Akatsuki, which would be comprised of the strongest rogue shinobi from the hidden villages, he would assemble them and send them off to different villages in order to pursue every single Jinchuriki. He was after the tailed beasts. His plan was to capture every single tailed beast and release them upon every village, and once every village has felt destruction and loss, once every person has felt pain, they would cease to fight each other, thus creating peace. Pain's philosophy is possible through understanding. Once everyone has felt the same pain, they would not want to experience it again. They would all understand what pain feels like, which breeds peace.
Temporary
Pain
peace.
was utilitarianism, a theory created by the philosopher Jeremy Bentham that focuses on results rather than rules. Essentially, Pain's methods were for the greater good. The lives that were lost was for the greater good because more people would end up surviving as a result of pain ending all wars. Using John Stuart Mill's modified utilitarian calculus, Pain wouldn't have minimized the pain, but he would have maximized pleasure of the highest quality, that being survival, achieving the greatest good for the greatest number of people. The reason Pain made it so far was because he played a taboo role. He assumed a position that no one should ever assume. Pain decided to play God. When Pain covertly killed Hanzo, the villagers of the Rain saw Pain as a godly figure, or as commonly named, the savior of the world. The citizens of the Rain needed someone to lift their spirits, and Pain was that person, and he eventually began to see himself as such. But only he had the ability to perform and take on such a task. With the possession of the Rinnegan, Pain could be at multiple places at once with the 6 paths. Pain could revive the dead with the Samsara of Heavenly Life technique. He truly did play God. Even Jiraiya Sensei saw him as the reincarnation of the Sage of 6 Paths. Alongside jutsu names such as Planetary Devastation and Almighty Push, these all factored into the facade that Pain played.
Yep.
In consummation, I leave you with a question. Was Pain truly a villain? And was his philosophy wrong? To finally summarize Pain's philosophy is with this. You must know and feel pain in order to know peace. Pain describes the cycle of hatred as vengeance disguised as justice. Nagato as Pain's actions teaches us that we must not let our pain or the lust for vengeance fuel our motivation, because war only creates more war.
Honestly, I fucked with that video, man. That was actually pretty freaking good. Like, it was very simplistic. The editing was actually pretty cool. Like, it was like, it had some basic, but at the same time, it was unique in a sense. And the background music was perfect, you know, especially when we're talking about Pain himself and Nagato. And most importantly, he hit everything on the basic on the nail to simplify it as much as possible, you know. That literally, in simple terms, as he said, to recap, that was literally Pain's like main thing, was as simple as like to make people understand pain and to go through shit and so on and so forth, to where once they felt those horrible traumatic experiences, they would be like, oh shit, damn, this fucking sucks, right? So let's we all get it, right? Let's not go through this ever again, basically, you know. And that was the whole point. Sorry, the little man's over here being like a wild freaking animal in the background. Sorry about that, guys. But either way, what's it called? You know, that was just the main concept of Pain, you know? So overall, you know, when you get into it further with Pain, that's what he was really just about. You know, he wanted to gather all the tail beasts, put them into the statue, create one insane powerful weapon, and just wipe out, you know, nations completely and instantly, and just make people really understand what pain is. And once everyone understood it, it would give like a form of temporary peace. And then once it started again, he would do it again, and then bam, a temporary peace. To him, that was the only realistic way of obtaining some form of peace. And as he said in the video, it was for like the greater good. You know what I mean? That there was like that whole, you know, thing he brought up and whatnot. And he even said some other words that I didn't even know about really at first either. But no, it was an incredible video. He kind of, again, he hit it on the nails. So if I had to rate this as a trash or pass, definitely a pass. He got it. And, you know, it was a very simple way of going through it. You know, could he gone probably more in depth or covered a lot more with it, etc. The whole, you know, like, could you do a lot more with this as a concept? You know, yeah, he probably could, you know what I mean? But to be fair, you know, you would have to get into like the whole cycle of hatred and yada yada. Like there'd be a lot more with it, and the video would be a lot more longer then. But no, again, he did a great job. It was an incredible video, great job. He's doing this thing. He has about like 400 and something thousand subs as well. So again, you know, shout out to Sage Rain. Definitely give him all the love and support. Check out his channel. He probably has tons and tons of other Naruto content. And hope you guys really enjoyed the video. And if you guys have anything to add for Pain's philosophy or morality, and even as he said as well in the video, do you think Pain was right? Do you think that was the only way realistically to even obtain any sense or form of peace? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you just let the world run, right, whether if it's free roll, whatever you name it, people are going to fight each other at the end of the day, whether if it's greed, selfishness, egos, you know, or just pure evil, you know, you name it. That there's so many variables with the world. People are always just fighting. Bro, even in our world, there's so many wars that are going on to this day, past wars, etc. You know, like, it's just, there's always a cycle of hatred. There's always war and fighting and all this crazy things and conflict, you know? So, like, you guys got to really think to yourselves, what really is the most realistic way for peace to be obtained? Is it under what Pain wanted? Or is it under for like what Madara and Obito wanted with the infinite Tsukiyomi? Or is it under for what Naruto believes, where just to accept reality as it is and just try to be, you know, the good, right? You know, the police officer or whatever you name it, or some system and rules, and try to just enforce, you know, positivity and good, and fight against evil as best as you can. You know, like, what three ways do you really truly think really hits it on the nail when it comes to peace, you know? So, but that's the question that I have for you guys, and you guys can comment down below as you wish. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe for more content, guys. Especially if you love the channel and you want more things like this as well. And as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, man, out. Peace.